Hello viewers, good morning. Welcome to my session. I am going to discuss the Nun's Priest's Tale as a fable. The Nun Priest's Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer is a 620 line narrative poem by Geoffrey Chaucer. This poem is a fable. Let me define what a fable is. A fable is a work of poetry or prose that deals with a story about animals and birds. Such a fable has a moral lesson to teach. We know Animal Farm by George Orwell is a fable. It tells the story of animals. It also teaches a lesson. So, a fable is a genre of literature that deals with the story of birds and animals and gives a moral lesson. Generally, the characters of a fable are birds or animals, but they come for human beings. So, the Nun Priest's Tale is also a fable. It tells the story of birds, cock, hen and fox. They are the important characters. The Nun Priest's Tale is also a brilliant satire on Church of England. It teaches a moral lesson too. I shall talk about the moral lesson that this fable teaches us at the end of the discussion. Now, let me discuss the Nun's Priest's Tale as a fable. As I talked earlier, the Nun Priest's Tale is a fable. Chanticleer is an important character. He is one of the cocks, rooster. He lives on a barnyard. He has many hen wives. Chanticleer possesses many hen wives. Chanticleer crows the hour more exactly and accurately than the clock of the church. His crest is redder than fine corals. His beak is as black as jet. His feathers shine like burnished gold. Such as attractive cock would have to be Don Juan of the barnyard. Chanticleer has many hen wives, but he loves most truly a hen named Partelote. She is as lovely and beautiful as Chanticleer himself. One night all the hen wives are roosting. Chanticleer has a nightmare, a terrible dream about an orange hound-like beast who threatens to kill him while he is in the yard. He considers his dream to be important and pertinent. Fearless, Partelote berates or chides him for letting a dream to be the result of some physical malady, and she promises him that she will find some purgative herbs. She urges him once more not to dread and fear something as fleeting and illusory as a dream. In order to convince Partelote that his dream was important and pertinent, he tells the stories of a man who dreamed of murder and then he discovered it. He wants to prove that murder will reveal itself even and especially in dreams. He cites textual examples of famous dream interpretations to support his point of view and his thesis that dreams are portentous. He then praises the beauty and grace of Partelote, the hen. One day in the month of May, Chanticleer had just said of his perfect happiness when a wave of sadness passes over him. That very night, a hungry fox stalks Chanticleer and his wives, watching their every move. The next day, Chanticleer notices the fox while watching a butterfly, and the fox confronts him with a dissimulating courtesy, telling the rooster or the cock not to be afraid. Chanticleer releases the fox flattery of his singing. He is very happy. He beats his wings with pride, stands on his toes, stretches his neck, closes his eyes, and crows loudly. The fox reaches out and grabs Chanticleer by the throat. and goes away with him towards the woods, forest. No one is around to witness what has happened to Chanticleer. When Partiloti discovers what has happened, she burns her feathers with grief, shock, and sadness, and will arises from the hen house. The widow and her daughters hear the screaming and spy the fox running away with the rooster, Chanticleer. The dogs follow, and pretty soon the whole barnyard joins in the hullabaloo. The fox turns, bots to his pursuers, praises his followers, runners after him. Then the fox opens his mouth to praise the pursuers, the followers, the chasers, and Chanticleer flies out of the mouth of the fox and into a high tree. The fox tries his best to flatter the bird into coming down, but Chanticleer has already learnt his lesson well. He tells the fox that flattery will work for him no more. Now let me talk about the moral of this tale. The moral of this tale is that a priest is not a trustworthy man. People should not trust a priest. The moral lesson of this story is never trust a priest. Thus, the non-priest tale is also a satire on the conditions of church in England of the 14th century. That's all.